Hello, welcome to The Revealing. I'm once again your host, Pavarotti, bringing you information on the Idaho 4 case. Once again, these are my opinions. I'm not here to slander anyone. With that being said, let me continue to what I was saying in the last video. Now, I mentioned in the last video why I truly believe Mr. Kohberger was involved in this case. Because there's too many things that don't make sense. Now, when I look at this case, and I put forth a scenario that I feel is very plausible from start to finish. If you haven't heard it, go ahead and watch all my videos. But how did I put that scenario together? Because I look at this case in totality, okay? Not just one aspect of it. I don't question one aspect of the case and then get stalled. I look at every aspect of this case and then put it together based on the totality of the evidence involved. Now, I believe Mr. Kohberger, as I mentioned in the last video, knew what would happen if he was arrested in this case. But I also believe that a lot of people involved in this case, both victims and assailants and law enforcement, all had an idea that something was about to go down before this happened. Because there was a couple of those family members that had their cases come and due, and they made deals, okay? They weren't gonna make deals, they made deals. They were waiting to be sentenced on those deals that they made. Now, when they made those deals, fates were sealed. And I think people knew that. And I think people were talking about that. I believe one of the young lady's fathers came and put new locks on her door about a week before this happened. Why do you think that was? Because they felt like they were being stalked? Well, he would have put more locks on the front door if that was the case, wouldn't it? No, he believed his daughter was in danger. Did he think she was in danger from one of the ladies in the house? Doubt it. I think he knew what she might be in danger for. I think the other young lady that was caught in the video saying, "I told Adam everything." I believe she knew she was in danger. I believe he knew she was in danger as well because the word was out. I believe that's why law enforcement, particularly that drug task force, fed the name of Mr. Kohberger very early on in this investigation. And also, I heard in one of the other videos, one of the personalities were discussing the fact that Mr. Kohberger was stupid because he lived in Washington and he went over the state line to Idaho to commit this atrocity. And Idaho's a death penalty state, and that was dumb. Why wouldn't he just do it in Washington? FBI gets involved then because it becomes federal, going over the state line. Well, folks, let me tell you, a long time ago, if there was 4 individuals unalived in a situation, it was called a mass unaliving, okay? And that became a federal case at that point. But during the Obama administration, because he wanted to inflate the numbers for gun crime so that they could enforce more gun control on the citizens, he had that number reduced to 3. So let me tell you, it doesn't matter which state you're in. If you go over it as an assailant, if you unalive more than 3 individuals, it becomes a federal case. So the FBI would have been involved from the beginning. Now, what's unclear to me is why the FBI didn't take more of a front row seat in this, because with 4 unalivings in one incident, it is a federal case. It's my contention that they were informed by the law enforcement in the area of what the real investigation is, and then the FBI took a back seat. They stepped back. In fact, I'm willing to bet, here's another prediction when this thing goes to court, the witnesses involved in this case from the FBI will only be there to testify on that genealogy DNA evidence. They won't testify on anything else in this case because they don't really want to be involved in it because they know what it's really about. And I'm going to have to be careful because I think I'm saying a little bit too much on this. So let's go ahead and end this one there. And thank you for listening. Post your comments, post your criticisms, and I'll be looking. Pavarotti out.